So you are going to use pallet wood in your truck, conversion truck, anywhere as a project. Did you know pallet wood is highly regulated? Did you know also that some pallet wood is very toxic? What I mean by very toxic is it has chemicals within the pallet that is incredibly harmful to you. The reason why there's chemicals in it is the attempted eradication of bringing foreign pests or insects or whatever you want to call them to foreign shores, wherever that pallet may be used. Now, when you go and use pallets, you can see, so they're coded. And what I mean by coded, and I'm going to show you, I'll give you a couple of examples. You'll see this on most pallets, and the thing we're going to refer to today is this one here. It says HT. I'll explain what that means in a minute. This one here, again, this one here says MB. I'll explain that one in a minute. But yeah, you need to be a bit careful about the pallets that you use. There are a lot of pallets out there that are happily usable. There are some, however, that are not. Now you need to be a bit careful of this. So we'll go back to this one. This code, for example, it's got MB written on it. MB is methyl butyl, which is highly toxic. You do not want that in your home. Yeah, I can highly advise against not using that, not really using it in the burner. I've been given loads of this stuff recently by a very friendly guy. I'm a bit concerned about putting it through my burner. Yeah, which is a shame because there's a lot of it. Yeah. There's a couple of other pallets, excuse me, I'm just bringing up my reference. There's a couple of other codes on pallets that you might see. They're the only two examples that I have got to hand, but there's quite a few codes. So we just go through them. DB, so if you see the code DB on a pallet, that basically means debarked, so it's safe to use. If you see HT, like this one we have here, HT means heat treated. Perfectly safe to use. Sometimes on the HT ones you might have KD-HT. KD just means kiln dried, perfectly safe to use. MB, which we've already covered, let me just read that, methyl bromide, that's it. Very toxic, don't use that, it's nasty stuff. You got another one which is EPOW, which is perfectly safe to use and debarked. I don't see that so much on a lot of pallets these days. Although on the website I'm looking at, it says should be safe to use. You might need to be a bit wary about that. You've got another one that says EUR, Euro, as in, you know, like the beginning of Euro, for example. Avoid use of that. That might have all sorts of weird pesticides and stuff in it. And then you've got coloured pallets. Now the coloured pallets, the colours are there to show who owns it, like a pallet rental company. That's basically where they belong to. They're incredibly toxic, so please don't use those. Yeah, so that's kind of about it really. I just wanted to highlight that because there's a lot of people, including myself included, yes, me, I use pallets. I looked this up several years ago, forgot about it, and it's just come to my attention again recently, just looking at different pallets, because I've started doing bits of cladding and stuff like that, and I thought I'd do a little video about it because yeah, people need to be aware of this, and people didn't realise, but it is a highly regulated business. And you really don't want to be putting toxic wood in your vehicle. Can you imagine the consequences if you were to put, you know, cladding near your wood burner or by your heater or something like that, and the implications of that heating up? It's just a no-go. You really don't want that. And these chemicals can be quite nasty. So yeah, please, if you're doing cladding in your truck, van, home, wherever, yeah, please please be careful what you use. Have a nosy. If it's not stamped, I would seriously question it. I'd question the origins of the timber as well, because it may come from undesirable type locations, although I think it's so highly regulated these days that I think that's probably going to be quite rare. So yeah, bear all that in mind. Thank you so much for watching. Only a short video today. Thank you again for the continued support. Like and subscribe, share it away, because I've only got YouTube as a platform now to share my stuff. And I'll see you next time. Thank you very much. Love you all. Bye bye.